Alright guys, before we get straight into this shadow boxer workout and the high intensity stuff, we need to get ourselves a bit of a soft opening, get ourselves warmed up. One of the big things I preach is joint mobility. So that's getting the synovial fluid to release on every capsule of every joint. So we're going to start with the chin over each shoulder and get our neck rolling. Don't worry so much about the stretch, guys. This is just all about movement and getting those joints lubricated. That way we have freedom of motion, especially in the middle of a hard workout. You don't want to be catching bone on bone and having ligaments roll over one another. Let's go chin to chest and back. And ear to shoulder. Now I'm going to do a bit of an abbreviated warm-up today, but when I really get into a hard session and I haven't been working out for a couple hours, I really hammer this. I spend a lot of time on this joint mobility. Alright guys, let's move on to our shoulders. We're going to lead with our thumbs. So we're going to roll them backwards as we come over the top. We're going to roll them back forward, leading with our thumbs in both directions. Every time we turn our thumb, keep going Alicia, every time we turn this thumb, we're rotating the shoulder in that socket, in that joint. And we're going to reverse that, leading with our pinky finger over the top, turning to come back down. You should hear a bit of cracking and crunching. If you're over 22 years of age, I dare say there's a bit going on in there by this point. So I don't usually time this workout, it's just something I do until I can get rid of all that traffic inside that joint. Alright guys, nice and easy, arms out, nice and loose, straight across. Alternate from high to low. And shoulders done. Let's move on to our elbows. So we're going to go straight out. We're going to make a fist as we pull back, trying to keep our elbows into our ribs. And let's speed it up a little bit, just to get enough reps in, and get that elbow joint moving. And we're going to pause at the back and just roll the wrists. Let's go the other way. And we're going to go with the hips, so just like we're going to do a hula hoop, we're going to stick ourselves all the way out to all four cardinal directions as far as we can, but we're going to roll it to the front, to the side, to the back. A couple nice and slow before we speed this up. One thing here, guys, is trying to keep your chin directly over your feet and toes and not letting your head make a big circle with you. So we're going to try to keep our feet and our head on one line and let our hips dance around that line. So let's speed that up now that we've loosened up a bit. And change directions. A couple nice and slow. And let's speed that up. And last one, we're going to go straight down to the knees. Knees together. Try not to put a whole lot of pressure just on your patella, so I usually put my hands off to the side. Doesn't matter how big of a circle you make. Just drawing little circles with our kneecaps. And again, it's about trying to get that synovial fluid to release into our joint. It's not about a big movement and a big stretch.
Alright guys, coming up, we're just going to hit a bit of neural activity and activation, and then we're going to release some muscle tension before we move into the first round. So, beginning, just a bit of neural activation, forward and back. What this is going to do is communicate with the brain, the lower body, get everything moving, get everything communicating. Now with your legs together, jog side to side, just alternate the hands up and down, whatever's easiest for you. Land soft, knees soft. Good. Go back to forward and back, single leg. Try and lift those knees a little. And keep your little warm up. Good. Alright, now we've got everything communicating. Take a little quad stretch here. Keep your knees together, toe behind. You want to feel it in the front of the thigh. Good. Changing sides. Trick with this one is to try and spot a target so you don't move.
And or not fall over.
If you're training with someone, use them. All right, step wide, nice soft knees, take that shoulder across. Nice big release. Good, good. And straight up and over. Try to get your palm in between your shoulder blades. Lift at that elbow, so you're going to get a nice release right down through the tricep. And other side. So remember, it's good to set up with any sort of resistance training as well, especially the shadow boxer. Activate first, warm the muscles, stretch it, and then we hit it. Up and over. Good job. Quick shake. You're ready to go.
Let's put the shadow boxer on.
Let's.